Oh, what's up guys? Welcome to a new video. In today's video, I want to break down the podcast and chill episode whereby Macg invited Nqobile, Refwen and Lesiba for an episode on the podcast and chill channel. Now, there's a lot of things that was spoken and said that didn't sit well with me, and I have noted all of them. Let's get into today's video. I have listed all of the problematic statements from Nqobile, Lesiba and Refwen, and we're gonna go through them one by one because I want you guys to sincerely understand how I broke down this podcast episode and what exactly they are lying about or what they have said that surprised me. I apologize for disturbing your viewing pleasure. Just allow me 1 minute to thank today's sponsors. Join traders from all over South Africa with QuasiTrade's easy to use MetaTrader 5 platform. QuasiTrade is a proudly South African broker regulated by the FSCA and authorized as an ODP. You can verify the authorization using the FSP number 44816. They have 2 account types to choose from, and when you open an account, deposit your funds and trade, you can win your share of 10,000 Rand in account funding. Just make sure you sign up using the link in my description. Founded in 2013 by South Africans with a commitment to South Africa, QuasiTrade promises you a fair environment to trade in, safety in funds, and the best in client services. I sincerely hope you will consider this. So the first thing that Nqobile said that surprised me is that he also does exposing on his YouTube channel. And if anyone have seen Top Trader SA, you guys must definitely know that on that channel, there isn't any exposing happening. He is the one that is still helping these Forex scammers, perpetuating their scam careers by constantly inviting them for interviews. I'm not jealous at the fact that he is sitting there. I'm just a little bit gobsmacked because this is not the right person to be talking about exposing people when he is the people that is platforming them. The second thing that struck me odd is that Nqobile went on this whole mission of saying that he is the leading Forex content creator in South Africa, but when he was asked what Forex trading is, he nervously shied away from answering despite being the leading Forex content creator in South Africa. He took a look at Refwen and Lesiba, who also didn't do a good job at explaining what Forex trading is, but he shied away from answering a very basic question.
To the normal person in the street, what is Forex trading? Do the traders want to take this one? Yeah, I think
Another thing that really struck me as odd is how he is busy explaining a crowdfunding scam when he have recently invited one of the scammers that scammed other people in the past by this exact method, Isaac Mamorobela. Being the leading Forex content creator in South Africa, I want you guys to understand that you must be on top of every single move that the Forex traders are making because that is your job. And I need you guys to understand whenever Macg asked about DJ Coach, you should have seen how Nqobile was pussyfooting around that topic. He didn't want to come straight out and say it, that DJ Coach is still selling services. He rather played under yours and downplayed that question or downplayed the fact that he knew DJ Coach is selling services because right before Macg asked him that question, he explained how most of these people, including DJ Coach, makes their money in this industry. Another thing that gobsmacks me is the fact that he talks about investors and that you shouldn't give your money to investors that isn't FSCA regulated, but he has invited a lot of them onto his channel, like this one. And what about this one? And what about this one? And this one? Should I go on? One thing about Nqobile that didn't sit well with me is the fact that he is saying that he is exposing scams, and as you guys may know, he recently had Refwen on his channel as well. But when Macg brought up the conversation around Pipcoin, you can see that Nqobile never ever drilled Refwen about it because he was so interested in this topic. And I will let you guys know why he couldn't ask Refwen directly and interrogate Refwen directly on Pipcoin on his own channel, because he is scared of the backlash that Refwen might create with Refwen's 500,000 followers on Instagram. Now here he is in a safe space because Macg has a bigger following than Refwen, and also this isn't his own podcast and he didn't ask that question, so he could hop on it and he could try and expand further. But my point is this: if he is exposing people on his channel and he had Refwen before, why didn't he interrogate Refwen like that? Why did he have to wait for Macg to do it and then he attacked Refwen with that Bluetooth energy? For all your free educational needs, I suggest you take a look around Rolio Jack's YouTube channel. There you will learn how to fuse your technical analysis with fundamental analysis, as well as with data from the COT report, which is the Commitment of Traders report that tracks the moves of the banks, investment companies, and hedge funds. Let's get this channel to 10,000 subscribers and beyond, because such free lessons needs to be seen by as many people as possible. A video of Rolio per day keeps the scammers away. And Dinovia. Link in my description. I'll see you there. The next person that's of interest that I want to talk about is Lesiba. For the majority of this podcast episode, Lesiba's eyes was on the ground, especially when Ref Wayne was talking. When he was asked what Forex trading is, he couldn't define what Forex trading is, and the explanation that he gave wasn't make sure either. On the point of Lesiba looking down on the floor the whole time, I need you guys to go back to this podcast episode of Macg and please take a look at Lesiba's body language. Whenever Ref Wayne spoke, Lesiba's eyes was pasted on the floor, and whenever Ref Wayne looks to him to agree to things, it looks like he's almost forcing himself to do that. I refuse to back down with what I have said with my conversation regarding Ref Wayne and Lesiba, because whenever these two are in a space, you guys need to understand that Lesiba almost acts like he is a lighty in the situation. And from where I am standing, a few months, even a year ago, Lesiba was bigger than Ref Wayne. But like I told you guys, Ref Wayne's persona is eating off Lesiba's persona. I mean, this is Lesiba's interview. Both of them have said it. Ref Wayne have even said, I'm supposed to be elsewhere. But why is Ref Wayne talking the most? Why is it seeming like this thing was organized by him? When it comes to Ref Wayne, there's a lot of things that is just disingenuous. The first thing is that he totally and completely took over this interview. He is trying to prove to us that he is the founding father or part of the group that founded the Forex movement within South Africa. But that is false, because people have been trading in South Africa for years. And this claim that he is making, that he is the last man standing of the first generation Forex traders, I need you guys to pay attention to that, because what does that say about the other founding fathers who Ref Wayne oftentimes likes to take photos with? Doesn't that mean that they have fallen out due to scamming? It's funny how Ref Wayne talks about this being the age of Aquarius and everything being exposed, when for this whole podcast episode he has just been exposing how little he actually knows. Firstly, he doesn't correct the people on the what is Forex question. Secondly, he cannot formulate a coherent sentence to drive through his points. He leaps through topics and conversations and babbles like a madman, and when he realized he babbled too much, he jumps to a next topic nervously, or Macg stops him. When Macg asked him what is the difference between Forex and cryptocurrency, I was expecting the authority, the founding father of this Forex industry, to have a coherent answer for us. But this guy couldn't even answer that question. So to confuse everyone else in the room, he brought up stocks, bonds, and EFTs. And the joke is, bonds, stocks, and EFTs have nothing to do with the question, what is the difference between Forex and crypto? I like how Ref Wayne constantly harps on the fact that he created his own cryptocurrency, but he also noted that people poked holes into his cryptocurrency. Now, the people that he is talking about is Simon Brown. And Simon Brown basically tore Ref Wayne to shreds. Simon Brown is the OG of exposing, because all of this information that came to the public about Pipcoin is because of Simon Brown. Simon Brown silenced Ref Wayne publicly multiple times through their Twitter arguments, to the point that Ref Wayne, the guy who likes to have the last say, couldn't even come back anymore. Simon Brown publicly silenced Ref Wayne with public articles that he wrote for News24 and Fin24. And when I asked Ref Wayne about it, Ref Wayne said that he was gonna sue Simon Brown to take down these articles because it's damaging his reputation. And do you guys know what? That articles is still online, which means once again Ref Wayne was just lying. I love the fact that Ref Wayne spoke about 5,000 Bitcoin that he pegged the value of Pipcoin to, and according to my knowledge that I got directly from Ref Wayne himself, that could be found in this video that is linked here, you guys can see that Ref Wayne clearly always spoken about 50 bitcoins and never 5,000 bitcoins. But let me tell you why he's speaking about 5,000 bitcoins, because since the start of this podcast episode, Ref Wayne was trying to establish himself as the richest person amongst the guests there, and with him owning 5,000 bitcoin, that would set him apart from Lesiba and apart from Nqobile, despite Lesiba probably having more money in the bank than Ref Wayne. Now, the fallacy in him saying that he pegged the value of Pipcoin to Bitcoin, the 5,000 bitcoin that he said he has, is the fact that Pipcoin never fluctuated as Bitcoin did. Pipcoin always traded at a set price, which was 100 Rand, until it tanked to less than 10 cents. This next question is really gonna be a head scratcher. If Pipcoin was truly backed by Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is still in circulation and has even gone as far as being filed for being turned into a spot ETF by the world's largest investing house, BlackRock, why did Pipcoin crash in value? Why did it crash and burn? Especially if Bitcoin was just rising in value. That is a question that I really need answers for. One thing Ref Wayne is constantly bragging about is this article about him in Forbes. But one thing that he doesn't notify people is that Forbes India shamelessly and shamefully on Ref Wayne denies having any relation to this article, denies having any journalist or Forbes itself work on this article. So this was actually just a paid placement, and you guys know me, I don't like to talk out the side of my arse. You guys see these articles that is placed so about Lesiba as well, these aren't people that is taking an interest to them. This has been paid for. When I asked if I could have a similar article featured of myself in these online articles where Lesiba and Ref Wayne and Clint Fester them is being featured in, I got charged from $60 upwards. Here is the receipts. You guys can see so for yourself. This is why I'm saying the hype that's around these guys, especially around Lesiba and Ref Wayne, is hype that they have created for themselves. I also found it funny that Ref Wayne was constantly going on about how he created South Africa's first cryptocurrency, but he couldn't even explain what a blockchain is. And you guys must understand, when it came to the point of him talking about him creating Pipchain, Simon Brown already exposed the fact that Pipchain is a dupe of blockchain. When it comes to all of the online information, Ref Wayne copied and pasted everything off Bitcoin, and he replaced the words Bitcoin with Pipcoin to make it seem like that is his information that he is putting forward. So him even going as far as to say he doesn't want his operation to run like Bitcoin, that is a complete and utter lie. He talks about Pipcoin also being a peer-to-peer system, and I don't understand how it could have failed if 66,000 people was actively trading in Pipcoin when it imploded. And when Sopenduka asked Ref Wayne if the people that lost their money got their money back, Ref Wayne gave an elongated and confusing story, but he never got to the crux of the question. And the crux of the question is no. No one got their money back because Ref Wayne made it all disappear. Ref Wayne was speaking about everyone that was busy making withdrawals, and that's how no more money was left for people that invested in Pipcoin. But I find that highly disingenuous, especially seeing that Ref Wayne promised people 35% monthly returns on their investment. So if there was 35% monthly return on investment through Pipcoin, why couldn't everyone get their money back? And when Nqobile asked Ref Wayne about where the money actually went to after you have paid for Pipcoins, Ref Wayne spoke about an escrow account. I've explained on this channel what an escrow account is before, and Ref Wayne has insinuated that whenever you buy Pipcoins, your money first goes into an escrow account. But then later on in that very same interview, when Nqobile asked him again, where does the money go to after it has left my bank account, Ref Wayne says it goes directly from the buyer to the seller. So why would you try and evade any type of accountability or responsibility by bringing in an escrow account that was never used, by the way. What was funny is that when they spoke about the witchcraft part in the forex trading industry, Ref Wayne was really quick to answer, and I need you guys to understand that Ref Wayne is the witchcraft in this industry. Or are you guys forgetting how he tried to curse me for simply speaking about this Pipcoin matter? I also need you guys to understand that why I say Ref Wayne is the witchcraft is after they've spoken about Sandile Shezi and where the money has gone to, Ref Wayne was too particular around what happened with that principal's money, because he said, I don't know if he went to go buy a California. For you guys that's not catching, a California is a Ferrari. Now, why would Ref Wayne say something like that? Is it because he is guessing? Or is it because this is an informed statement that he is making here and that he maybe knows what's going on behind the scenes there? If there's one thing that you guys can count on, is that I will always be there to count their lies for them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.